morning, everybody. It's an early one, and that's because I've got so much to pack in over the next 3 or 4 days. I'm just off to get the bike out of the shed now. Fancy coming along for a spin? By the way, did I tell you I'm off to Connemara? And I'm on the road now. Just to explain, folks, I've got about just slightly over a 3-hour journey ahead of me to get to the first stop, which is beyond Galway, which is where Connemara starts. So I'm not actually going to film this part of the route until I get to beyond Galway, because it's really motorway, and you don't want to see that. You want to see the beauty of Connemara. So without further ado, I'm just going to show you a little map and show you what today has in store for us, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, so I figured out that the easiest way to show you this is on a Google map. So I've just left Cavan there. I hope you can see the little arrow through Edgeworthstown, Roscommon, and across to Galway, which is where really my journey is going to start for the next few days. So I'm going to take the road, once I've zoomed in here, I'll take the road leaving Galway up through Oughterard and across Mam Cross and to Glinsk. And then I'm going to just zoom in a little bit more and show you what the rest of the route for today holds anyway. So I'm hoping to stop off at Pines Island Viewpoint. I've heard about Ballynahinch Castle, wouldn't mind seeing that. And then down through Roundstone. I've never been there before. Then I'm going to stick around the peninsula here. There's a couple of beaches I'd like to visit before, if you can see the arrow there now, going up to Clifden. Might even get a spot of lunch there. Clifden's the sort of big town of Connemara. And then I'm going to head out to Cleggan, because there's a little pier there which I'm going to be getting a boat from, because my digs are, as you can see clearly here, on an island tonight. I shall tell you more about that very soon. And here I am inside Connemara, well and truly. On the left of me, this is Loch Boffin. I've sort of pretty much just ridden past it all now, which is quite weird really, because tonight I'm getting the ferry over to Inishbofin, which is about a 45-minute boat journey from a place called Cleggan. So that's where I'll end up tonight. I'm staying in a pub on the island tonight, so wish me luck. I've heard all about these island pubs. Oh wow, I'm just going to cut across here. This is, I thought we were coming up with something special. This is Pines Island Viewpoint. Okay, I shall park the bike up, just make sure nobody else has come in behind me there. And the water is like glass here, so I should get some nice photographs. I can't get the bike any closer to the water for a nice reflection with the bike in the foreground because of all of this stuff here, but right, let's have a little look. Oops, I'll turn the camera lens around so I can see the motorbike and not me for a change. I'm not vain or anything, honestly. For those of you who followed my trips and tours away, you'll know I normally bring a DSLR with me, but for this trip I've thought I'd just try and scale it down a little bit, because I've enough going on. I've got the drone with me, I've got me overnight stuff, I've got Insta 360, the new X3 camera with me, I'm using a GoPro on the chin mount, and I've got spares of everything as well, and then loads of batteries, chargers, the whole works. So what I'm saying, folks, is that I'm just going to try this little trip. I have this is the iPhone 13 Pro Max, so the camera in it is just amazing. I think the iPhone 14's just come out actually. That's too out of focus, so I'm going to adjust the f-stop to something like f8. That's brought the background into focus there, so it really does simulate what a DSLR can do. I mean, the camera's amazing on this. God, it really is like glass. There mustn't be a breath of wind. It's funny because on the way here I thought it must be windy, because the peak of this new helmet that I'm wearing for this trip, first time I've been away on a trip with this new helmet, was catching the wind a lot. Wasn't too happy about that, so the helmet might, or the peak rather, might be getting removed. It is a modular helmet, so you can't take it off, but at motorway speeds, definitely could hear a bit of a rumble on the peak. Now, there's a sign of the times. Everybody with their camera phones. This is amazing, isn't it? Remember years ago, people would be looking at scenery like this through a bus window, and now everybody stops and takes out the camera phones. It's great to see everybody out anyway. Just heard a few accents there. I think this group is American. Oh, I am. Oh, this lady can hear me. You're from America, yeah? Yes. Oh, enjoy the countryside. Oh, we're enjoying it. Thank you very much. Brilliant stuff. How long are you over for?
Well, 11 days is our tour, and we're almost at the halfway point. At noon today, we'll be halfway.
Oh, brilliant. Well, enjoy. I'm only spending a few days here, so, and I'm enjoying it. This is my first stop, so I'm enjoying it already.
Oh, good.
All the best, folks. Sheep in the road. It's quite weird that. I don't know if you could hear the American lady there, because when I've got my earplugs in and the helmet on, I automatically think that nobody else can hear me, but of course it only works one way, that. Anyway, she was telling me they're here for 11 days and they're halfway through the tour. Imagine spending 11 days over here. Absolute pure escapism in its finest form. Remember when I first moved over here, I spent more time in the car stopped just looking at scenery and beautiful little houses nestled away than I did actually driving from place to place. I don't know where I am here. I don't know Connemara too well. I've been over here a few times with work, but never sort of been here on a motorbike. Never ridden around it at leisure, exploring as such. Like I say, I come here for a purpose, get the job done and then head back home. However, I do have a few surprises in store over the next few days to share with you. Places I have been before in a working environment, and other places I've passed by where I've just thought, wow, I need to go and see that again. So I've just had to stop here, folks, and show you the entrance to this place called Ballynahinch Castle. I've heard about this. A friend of mine comes over fishing here. He's well heeled. What I mean by that is that he's got a few quid, and he stays here. So I must see exactly what this place is about. I'm not even sure I'm allowed up here, but sure, asking for forgiveness is always a lot easier than asking for permission. That's how my life motto works. So obviously a lot of deer running out. This is incredible. Hello. Beautiful. Yes, already this looks like it's out of my price range anyway. I'll stick to the pub I'm staying in on Inishbofin Island tonight. Wow, this is beautiful. Okay, I think it's time to turn around here and vacate these premises. It is very nice, that. Don't know where these gates lead to unless they take me back out on the road. I shall stop and have a little word with my sat-nav. Yeah, I think it's just literally brought me through the estate out onto the road again. Wow, that was nice. This really is gorgeous countryside. One thing I'm noticing as well is the smell of autumn. I've got the visor up, and I just love the smell of autumn. I don't know if it's the leaves or the sort of damp grass. Over here as well, certainly on my way here this morning, the turf. I think I've mentioned this in a few of my videos now. The smell of turf is certainly when you're on the west coast of Ireland. It's just absolutely gorgeous. It's one of those great things I miss when I'm not here in Ireland. Just the smell of turf. Beautiful. This is all part of the Wild Atlantic Way, and it definitely is an untapped mecca for motorcyclists, but it is a huge mecca for fishermen. Every time I come over here, I keep thinking, yeah, I really need to do this more often. I've just been away for a month with work in England mainly, and yeah, it's tough going, especially when I'm away from the family. So I've been back for a day and a half, and then of course I'm away again from the family doing this. But they understand it needs to be done. Not just to keep all the YouTubers happy, but to keep my head happy as well. And you can see why. This really does align everything in me when well, again, if you followed me for a while, you all know that this is my sort of happy place, being by myself in scenery like this and in Ireland. It has warmed up a little bit to 11.5 degrees outside now, so even though I've got the thermal layers in, I'm very, very comfortable here. But with the visor open, you can definitely feel that nip in the air. Now it's 11 o'clock in the morning, and I need coffee. I could also do with something to eat. I had breakfast this morning at 6 o'clock, so bacon sandwich or something wouldn't go amiss. Look at this, folks. What did I say before about keeping my eyes on the road? Roundstone, that's exactly where I'm heading next. What a gorgeous morning. I hope there's a fuel station here. That'd be great crack, wouldn't it? Having a boat out here. Oh, look at the thatched roof here. I think I prefer this house rather than a boat, in fairness. Hello. Oh wow, this is pretty. There's 2 Roundstones, I think, in Ireland, because I've been to the Roundstone in Wicklow. This is obviously the other one in Connemara. Great little spot for a holiday apartment. Hello. Oh, look at the little pier here. Wherever you go, it just gets prettier over here. It really does. I've lost count the number of times I've been in a spot in Ireland, and I've rang my Irish wife to say, have you ever been here? Have you ever been there? And just like, no, I haven't. You've seen more of Ireland than I have. And also followed by that, oh look, there's a big trailer full of turf, the turf I was telling you about, the gorgeous smell. So yeah, followed by that, I normally say, right, when we retire, we're moving here. This definitely would be one of those places. But they do need to get a filling station. A few bikes. Other lads obviously have the same idea as myself. Another R1200GS. Common as muck. Looked as though there was a few nice places for coffee. I saw one little place down in Embankment. Don't know if you saw that. Might try that. Right. Time to park up. Why not? Park next to the other lads here. There we go. I love the GS for manoeuvring it because all of the weight is down low. It's just really easy to back yourself into a parking space. Okay, camera's off. Coffee time. Fabulous coffee, but no bacon sandwiches. I ordered 2 sausage rolls instead. No bacon sandwiches. What's the world coming to? They'll have me eating superfood salads next. Anyway, this is a gorgeous little town. Really nice. Alright, one thing I did when I was sat having the coffee there, I went into the menu system on the X3 camera, because I realised as I was riding here that when I'm recording on the X3 the screen stays live, which it's sort of, well, maybe it doesn't, maybe it does, it detracts from the view that I'm showing you from this main camera. So I've just learned how to put the screen to sleep as it's still filming, so hopefully you'll be able to enjoy the view a little bit more without being distracted. Alright, and on that note, let's go and enjoy some more views. You may remember the 3 bikes I passed when I was pulling up here. I ended up talking to the guy with the R1250, the GS Adventure. He's from Northern Ireland, just doing a 2-day trip. He was telling me he's had huge problems with his flat battery, and the bike's brand new. That's not good. I've heard a few tales of woe with the new BMW bikes. So I'm just dropping down into Dogs Bay. Oh my god, look at the sand. The sand is white. It's like being in Mauritius or something. Don't know how clear the sea will be on a day like this, but we're about to find out. It's just so pretty, isn't it? Oh, please wait there, car. I don't have reverse gear. Thank you. Did just dart out a bit. Thank you. Stonehenge of Connemara. Oh, this is pretty. Look at this. Another photo opportunity, methinks. I think I'll follow the road a little bit. That old saying, the road less travelled. Why park next to anybody else when you're on 2 wheels? Oh jeepers, this is unbelievable. Wish I brought me togs. Gotta try and get as close to the white sand as possible. Not that I don't want to walk, I just want a photograph of my bike next to the white sand, of course. Oh, this looks like it's as close as I'm getting. Alright, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn around here and just go back to the bend there. I won't be too long, I just want a photo. Actually, that's quite nice there. Just be careful not to put the stand down in soft ground, which I've been known to do once or twice, and you guys in the comments have always picked me up on it. Alright, power off. Right, photo opportunity number 2. Sheep everywhere, isn't it? Connemara is known for its ponies, the Connemara ponies, which are hardy old yokes living on the hillsides like this. But well, from what I remember, maybe you've spotted some on the video, but I certainly haven't seen any yet. Just lots of sheep. Okay, photo opportunity. Gurteen Connemara ponies rather. What was I just talking about? Maybe it was a subliminal message when I passed it the first time. It just stored Connemara ponies in my head there. This looks like it's taking me a bit closer to that lovely white sand. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Wow. Great caravan park that, isn't it? Right next to this. Unreal. Okay. I'll not take up a full parking space. This is stunning. Alright, might even get the drone up here. So I believe the mountains you can hopefully see in the background over there, that's part of the Connemara National Park. And I'm visiting that tomorrow. Wow, very spoiled, aren't we? Well, I certainly am, I know that. Being out on a motorbike in possibly one of my favourite parts of the world. And just chilling out, just amazing. It's what I call living. It's fairly simple, really. Doesn't cost a lot, this, but it means everything. Ah, here he goes, he's getting poetic. Couple of donkeys in the field. Wonder what he's saying. He always rides that GS every time he comes over this part. Get it? Still haven't seen a Connemara pony. Seen the signs for them. Okay, 44 kilometers. Clifden, here we come. A real old Massey. Still can't overtake them on these bends, and that's why. Now he's got his right indicator on, but he's only doing 2 miles an hour. That's some pace of life. Quite envy people like that sometimes, you know. So looks like we're just approaching Clifden, and I'm reliably informed by Mr. Google that there is a petrol station here. Please don't be closed. Quite often, you know, in this part of the world, the service stations which you find on Google Maps, when you get there, it's like a one-horse town, and the person running the service station has also got several other jobs and they're not there. So there's been a couple of occasions where I've actually had to wait, ring a number left on the door to call them away from their other job to basically come and activate the pumps for you. Quite charming in a way though, isn't it? As long as you're not in a rush. Buzzing little town. This is the sort of the capital town of Connemara, the Big Smoke. And I'd say in the summertime will be absolutely heaving with tourists. A lot of these places now, bike hire places, sprung up. Before COVID, there was a spurt of greenways being opened, and what they are in Ireland is disused railway tracks being made into cycleways. Like, total non-brainer. Brilliant idea. I've actually filmed a few of them for different programs, and I'm yet... Oh no, sorry, I'll tell a lie, I've actually ridden one as well. I did the Westport to Achill cycleway a couple of years ago with my boys. Now, in front of me here, you'll notice a hotel called the Alcock and Brown Hotel. I'm not going to go into the story yet, but Alcock and Brown were the famous... Oh, hello. Sorry. Distracted by the scenery again there. Were the famous aviators who flew across the Atlantic in 1919. More about them tomorrow, because well, maybe it's the day after, because I'm going to go and visit the landing site where they landed their Vickers Vimy aeroplane all those years ago. So yeah, stay tuned for the next episode, possibly the episode after, because obviously I haven't edited any of this, so I don't know where it's going to fit. And look at that! That's all I'm bothered about. This is my little landing site for the moment. And land my aeroplane just nicely on the runway here. Oh yes. And look, I still had... I'm getting better at this, folks, because I still have 32 kilometres left in the tank. Definitely getting better. Right, I'll fill up and then might have a little look around the town. Well, that was expensive. €35, and she wasn't even empty. I remember when I first got the bike. Now, where am I going? I might drive through the town a little bit. I remember when I first got the bike, I was hard pushed to fit €20 in. I didn't realise I was just coming around the same loop again. Rather than turning right though, I think I'm going to be turning left at some of these pubs, you know, with the traditional Irish music and everything. Jesus. As they say in Ireland, the crack is 90. And by God it is. Actually, I'm hoping there's a bit of music in the pub tonight on Inishbofin. The island pubs are renowned for an old session. Swilling and dancing. Don't know about the dancing, but I might take part in the swilling. There's everybody else just sightseeing as well around this town. Now that is very yellow. I wonder if that's in tribute to Alcock and Brown's landing site, because I shouldn't be telling you anything about this story. But maybe if something was painted yellow, they might have landed in the right place. Maybe it's the same colour as that hotel. Would have gotten them down safely. I'm going to have to overtake this old fella now. Okay. Yep, you'll still be there on Easter Monday. And it's only September. Where am I going? I'll take this one with system, I think. Time is pressing on. I don't know how far away Clifden is from where we are now. I don't think it's too far, but the last boat, I believe, is at about 6:45 this evening over to Inishbofin Island. Emergency, folks. Oh no, I don't believe I've done this. So I have messed up the times for the ferry, so I'm in a bit of a rush. The ferry actually leaves at 2:45 p.m. Because it has changed, just like I thought. So I'm in a bit of a rush. I don't know how long I have to be there beforehand to check in or whatever. I haven't even bought a ticket, so I just hope I can get on. I've got to park the bike up. I think I'm going left here. Inishbofin Ferry. I've got to park the bike up. I also need to change. I don't know if I mentioned this. I can't take the bike with me. It's only a passenger ferry, and they discourage any sort of vehicles apart from the locals' vehicles, of course, on the island. So visitors aren't really allowed to take a vehicle, only a push bike. So I've got to park my bike up. I've got to change clothes because I'm not going over to land on an island looking like a spaceman. So yet again, just when everything was going swimmingly, along comes Mr. Jeopardy himself, and there's loads of loose gravel on here. So, you know, I heard a phrase years ago from a guy I was working with. And he said better the phrase Davy late rather than the late Davy. Coming down to the pier now. I hope it's well signposted. Now that looks like the ferry. That's the one I saw on the brochures, not that one out there, the red one, the one up against the pier wall here. So hopefully there'll be somebody to ask. Now the website said park up behind the ticket office. There's a car park there though. Well, I'll just drive as close as I can. Yeah, that's Inishbofin Ferry. And it hasn't left yet. I think I'm alright. There's loads of car parks for it. Another one there on the right, another one here on the left. But it did say drive past a few and go to the one. Yeah, this looks. Yeah, this is ticket office. Car park, €4 a day. This looks like a man in the know. How are you? Good man. Are you selling the tickets for the car park?
Well, are you going in for?
Well, I'm hoping you're going to tell me some good news. Am I? Have I got the time wrong? Did the ferry stop? Or does the ferry go at 3:15?
No, the ferry.
Oh.
It's leaving now at 2 o'clock.
It's leaving at 2.
Yeah.
I've missed that, so because I'm gonna. Yeah. Oh, jeepers. I'll pull forward. I'll speak to you up here if that's all right. Sorry, buddy. Thank you. So the ferry leaves at 2.
Yeah.
I've missed that one, have I?
They're gone down there now. By the time you get down, you'll be 5-10 minutes. By the time.
I'm going to be a bit longer. I've got to change clothes and all that. Yes, I feel like the luckiest man alive, and if there's anywhere to do the lottery on Inishbofin this evening, then I'll be buying a ticket. Turns out the boat had been delayed for refuelling by another 15 minutes, so here I am, back on track. Inishbofin means Island of the White Cow. Now, according to folklore, it was once a floating island, but when a group of fishermen landed on it in thick fog and made a fire, it dispelled the magic and set the island permanently in place. The same group of fishermen then saw an old woman driving a white cow, which turned to rock when she struck it with a stick. Now, with a bit of luck this evening, I'll get to sample a few pints of that stuff the fishermen were drinking. The island lies 8 kilometres off the coast of Ireland and only took a 45-minute boat trip to get here. Around 180 people live here now, and the welcome for the tourists is second to none. There's a couple of pubs and plenty of B&Bs to cater for your stay, and the hospitality is, well, Irish.
Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her, for the voyage is done and the winds don't blow. And it's time for us to one more time.
Thanks so much for tuning in today, folks. I'm off to bed now as I have another long day on Two Wheels tomorrow. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and episode 2 will be with you very soon. I'm Dave Perry for Wheelie Good TV. Sláinte.
And it's time for us to leave her.